We're all on a unique personal journey in life. Stop right now and ask yourself, what journey am I on? Is your journey about experiencing love, about knowing your true identity and your worth, about what it means to really know and experience God and be loved by Him in a way that grounds and orders everything in your life and everything in your being? Or are you on a journey to prove your worth externally, to be perceived as wildly competent in accomplishing and achieving? Or are you on a journey for worldly success, to seek your value and identity from others as having made it? Is your journey truly rewarding? Is it life-giving? Does it nourish your body and feed your soul? Or is your journey costing you life and love? Over the past few years, I've had a major awakening, and I was forced to take a good, hard look at my own life journey. And in that time of gut-wrenching self-exploration, I realized that my life journey was off course. It was off course from what was most important to my heart and my soul. I realized that I was trusting in things outside of myself, believing that my own voice can't be trusted, that my own preferences and desires would lead me astray, that it's wiser and safer to listen to other people's voices and to put other people's needs and desires above my own and do what is expected of me. I had learned only to measure my worth and my value by the world's standards and by other people's opinions instead of my values held deeply in my heart and my soul. In my sheer exhaustion and weary overwhelm, I began to see that I was giving my best energy to things outside of myself. I viewed self-care as unnecessary and weak and needy and selfish. And I viewed relationships as irritants, as necessary evils to please other people and achieve what I so badly needed to achieve to find my place of belonging in the world. And in the process, I was damaging my body and my soul. And I was damaging the people that I loved most to get done what seemed so important to get done, to make it happen, to have arrived, to feel worthy, seen, noticed. And every day I was missing those moments to stop and rest, to breathe, to connect, to hear, to engage, to experience life, to experience love and peace. Are you missing grace in those moments? Are you missing delight in those moments? Are you missing life in those moments? Are you missing the very things that you so badly long for? I craved connection, meaning, true love and peace. I had a longing to rest, but I kept ignoring opportunities to have it, to allow them, to experience them, because I had this set of beliefs inside, this instincts, that kept pushing me towards something else. And my health suffered. I was so tired. My heart retreated inside of me and sought protection from the longing, the emptiness, and the pain, from the loneliness. And one day, in the middle of my struggle and sheer brokenness, a wise person said to me, Connie, the very thing that makes you unique, your special gift, the seed that was given you to grow and water, the thing that makes you great, the thing that makes you different from everybody else, truly special, that thing is also the very thing that left unchecked can ruin you. For me, that's a lust for life. It's passion. It's hunger. It's curiosity. It's a desire to be known, to matter. As a child, though, I got messages that just being me wasn't enough. Or in some cases, with some people, that being me is too much. And I learned that my needs, my desires, my preferences were wrong. They weren't okay, and they weren't going to be honored. And I learned that my worth was going to have to come from just being what everybody else needed me to be. From fulfilling the image that everyone else had of me and needed for me to be in their life. And I began that hustle of performance, of achievement, of accomplishing, of people pleasing. And I believe that if I pushed hard enough and if I achieved enough and accomplished enough and I became that image that everybody needed me to be, that I would finally feel happy and whole and loved and wanted. I learned that if I worked hard enough, that the emptiness that I felt inside wouldn't ever catch up with me, that I could keep it at bay. Are you trusting that the hustle that you're in is making you feel the way that you want to feel? Our activity, our busyness, our achievement, our pursuit of beauty, perfection, success, or some image that we're chasing becomes our drug. We have to have it at all costs because our very identity depends on it. Our life depends on it. Our journey becomes chasing that. And we run around in circles and we accomplish and we tend to and we strategize and we never allow ourselves to feel the ache inside. That ache that asks, am I loved? Am I seen? Do I matter? Am I safe? Do I have what it takes? Do I belong? And yes, we answer these questions with religious knowledge. But at our core, we don't believe it. Not really. And we ache from the emptiness. So we anesthetize ourselves. We work out, we watch TV, we work, we have sex, we get into relationships, we shop, we volunteer, we clean, we diet. We live a lifestyle. We drink, we socialize, we throw ourselves into our kids and our families, maintaining an image. These things keep us from feeling pain for a while, yes. But they also make us less able to connect to the things that matter to us the most, like our heart, like real intimacy with ourselves, with our God, and with the ones that we love the most. My drugs isolated me and kept me in a vicious cycle. Yet thinking about living without them was too scary and too painful. I felt too vulnerable and unprotected. Are you tired? Do you miss connection with your loved ones? Do you not sleep well? Or are you so tired that you can't get enough sleep no matter how much you get? Do you snap at your kids more than you want to? Do you lay in bed at night and feel guilty about it? Do you spend time asking your spouse, or more time asking your spouse for help with things, or asking the kids to help, or making sure that they're getting something done, a task done, or doing something right, rather than asking them about their life, or about their dreams, or what's going on in their heart? Do you keep telling yourself that there will be more time down the road to live later? Are you ignoring your body and your heart when they tell you that it's time for you to slow down and that they need rest and nourishment? Are you overscheduled to the point that even the things that you love to do sound like obligations? And what you really want is to just sleep and be left alone? Will you make space in your life to live again? Will you sit in stillness and listen to what you need more of and less of, and then begin to honor it little bit by little bit? Will you finally leave behind the weight, the heaviness of comparison, competition, overwhelm, and recreate a life marked by meaning and connection and unconditional love? You see, change comes when the pain gets great enough. And sometimes it gets to the level of heartbreak. Or maybe something becomes broken beyond repair or too heavy to carry anymore. Or in the words of recovery, it becomes unmanageable. But though this is a scary place, the beauty in that is that this is where we grow. And these times are when our lives begin to change for the better. This is when the journey to life and love and connection, meaning and fulfillment starts. That's where it started for me. And what a beautiful journey it continues to be. I want to end with one of my favorite poems that speaks to the depths of my soul, and I hope it will to yours too, and will inspire you. The poem is called Wild Geese, and it's by Mary Oliver. And it reads this: you do not need to be good. You don't have to be good. You don't have to walk on your knees for 100 miles through the desert repenting. You only have to let the soft animal of your body love what it loves. Tell me about despair, yours, and I'll tell you mine. Meanwhile, the world goes on, the sun and the clear pebbles of the rain. They're moving across the landscapes, over the prairies and the deep trees, the mountain and the rivers. Meanwhile, the wild geese high in the clean blue sky are heading home again. So whoever you are, no matter how lonely, the world offers itself to your imagination, calls to you like the wild geese, harsh and exciting, over and over, announcing your place in the family of things. You have a place. God is writing a beautiful story in your life. The life that He offers is an incredible journey. Will you join me